salutations. I'm Madison, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you all of the beautiful little treasures I have purchased over the past few months. I have some secondhand pieces, I have some brand new pieces, and I have some fantastic vintage finds. First, I have a few new acquisitions from one of my favorite companies, Vivaia. I have worked with Vivaia for several years now. I've been so impressed with the quality of their products, and overall I like the idea of each shoe being sustainably made with recyclable materials. They're machine washable, and they are some of the most comfortable shoes that I own. So I was thrilled when they asked me to try out a few more of their products. They also kindly sent me a handbag, which is new. I have not tried their handbags before. This is a beautiful cream and navy striped handbag with a matching handle. When I saw this, I thought that this handbag would be perfect for people who are into the 1930s and 1940s style of fashion. Even though it is fabric, it is sturdy, it's going to last a long time. I can just tell it's very well made. And if you are into the 1930s and 1940s, I highly recommend checking out Vivaia's handbags because they are making some great reproductions. Next from Vivaia, I chose out a pair of pumps, and they graciously also let me choose out a pair of their shoe clips. They have a wide variety of shoe accessories, so you can mix and match. You could use these on any kind of Vivaia shoe, or you could use it on a handbag, even on a dress. And I specifically wanted to pair these with their Tracy Pro pump. I chose the Tracy because I thought that this would be a wonderful everyday heel. Even though this is a heeled shoe, it has a nice sturdy block heel, but it's in a teardrop shape, so it's not quite as chunky as a traditional block heel. The inside has a pillowy cushioned insert, and on the bottom you have some nice traction, so you're not going to be slipping around. All in all, I think that this would be a great everyday heel, and if you are in the workforce and you're on your feet a lot but you need to look dressed up, this would be a fantastic choice for you. Since autumn is upon us and winter is quickly approaching, I decided to stock up on some boots, so I chose out the Regina Pro boot in black. These are a bit of an art piece, a bit of a statement piece. They have the most unique heel I think I have seen in a long time on a boot. These are, again, so comfortable. They are made of a fabric material that will stretch to conform around your foot, but it is sturdy enough that it will give you good support. The bottom also has traction on it, and even though this is a fabric material, it's waterproof, so you're not going to have your feet get soaked in the rain or snow. Also, they have these in many different colors, from purple to gray and green. They also have a black and red version, which I really want to get my hands on. Unfortunately, they were out of stock at the time, so I just decided to go with the plain black pair, but the black and red is really cool. And lastly, from Vivaia, I picked out two pairs of flats. However, one is not for me, one is actually for my mom. I am very passionate about letting older women have fun with fashion. That might sound silly, but you see how much advertising is focused on younger women and selling to younger women and trying to make older women look younger. I find that very frustrating. I think that older women's style will change, of course, but you shouldn't have to give up comfort for style, and you shouldn't have to give up style for comfort. So when Vivaia reached out to me, I asked them if it would be all right with them if I chose out a pair for my mom to let her try their shoes as well. I'm very pleased to announce that she did indeed like the shoe and found them extremely comfortable. I chose for her the Aria number 5 in navy. I thought that starting out with a flat would be a good choice, and of course a flat can go with pretty much anything, so this is going to be a nice staple piece for her wardrobe. I also picked out a pair of Aria number 5 flats for myself, and I wanted something a little different, something unusual. So I decided to go with their forest green option. They have this shoe in so many different colors: orange, lilac, burgundy. They have like a leopard print one. So many different options. If you are looking for a specific color to match, you might want to try looking at Vivaia's Aria number 5. You may find a unique color that you were looking for. Thank you so much to Vivaia for sending me these pieces. I know they will get a lot of wear and love. If you are interested in checking out Vivaia and you want to do a bit of shoe shopping, check out the link in the description box below, along with a discount code that will get you a percentage off your order. Next, we have some secondhand, or more like hand-me-down items. Over the past year or so, I have mentioned how my style is changing. It's still vintage, but just different. It's more dark academia, it's more gothic, and I've just been working to curate my wardrobe to be 100% me, so that when I look at the pieces I own, I feel 100% content with them. During this time, my mom started on a similar journey, and she has been working to curate her wardrobe. So I've been working with her on that, and I've been giving her some things that no longer fit in my style, and she's been giving me things that no longer fit in her style. So she graciously gave me 2 handbags. Both are black, which is one of my favorite colors to wear. The first one is from 𝓘𝓽𝓮𝓮. This is a newer handbag. However, I think it fits perfectly with my vintage style. This is a satchel style handbag, so it has a long handle that you can make this purse a crossbody, and then it has some shorter handles that you can hold just with your hands. This is also a quite large handbag, so this would be perfect for traveling or when I'm out filming and I need a bigger handbag for my camera. The second handbag is a vintage one. It is a rectangular, slim clutch that also has a small metal handle that can be tucked in or kept out. This is a true vintage piece, but I'm not entirely sure what era it is from. I want to say either 80s or 1960s, but really without any tags or markings, it's pretty much impossible to tell. I'm leaning more towards 1980s, but you never know. I could be surprised one day and figure out that this is a 1950s or 60s handbag. As I have been redoing my wardrobe, I've also been redecorating my room. And while I would love to show you every single piece that I have purchased for this room over the past few months, that would be a bit of a spoiler for an upcoming video. So I'm just going to share with you just a few pieces just to give you a little sneak peek. So the first items I have to show you for my bedroom are 3 perfume bottles. Each one is unique, each one is different, and even though I don't know the exact date of origin of each of these perfume bottles, I can confidently say that they are vintage pieces. I am a big fan of crystal. I find glass pieces and crystal pieces fascinating, so I wanted to have at least a few perfume bottles, if not a whole collection of perfume bottles to stare at. It was like finding treasure. I found them for a very reasonable price, and when I put them in their place in the room, they just fit perfectly. Next, in the home decor section, I have a vintage frame. I have several new frames in this room because I'm trying to get all of the metals to match my color palette. So this was a lovely new addition to my collection of frames. I really like this style. This is the kind of style I'm going for. Basically, rich, old Parisian hotels that are slightly creepy and slightly pretty at the same time. That's kind of the atmosphere that I'm going for in this room. Last but certainly not least, we have the jewelry and accessories category. In evaluating my wardrobe, I realized that a lot of my jewelry either fits in the winter category or the spring and summer category, but I don't have a lot of autumn pieces, which is odd because autumn is my favorite season. I think the main reason has been that I don't really wear a lot of oranges, browns, or yellows, and those are key components to the autumn color palette. So I figured, why not take a look, try to find some autumn pieces to round out my jewelry collection in that area. First, I found a necklace and bracelet set in a lovely champagne and amber colorway. I think this is made of some sort of pewter material. The metal is quite dark, and I really like the amber color that the beads have, the champagne color, and then these emerald cut champagne gemstones in the center of the bracelet and necklace. This looks like it should be from the 1920s or 1930s. However, I'm pretty sure it's probably from the 70s. It's marked Avon, and the weight of it feels a bit too light for a 1920s piece. However, it looks the part, it's beautifully made, and it's exactly the kind of thing that I was looking for, so I'm pretty pleased to find this lovely and unique set. Next, I found an autumn-themed necklace, and this one makes a joyously wonderful sound when it moves. Thankfully, it doesn't make too much noise when you wear it. It's a bit more muffled than when I'm holding it up here, so it won't annoy anyone. Up close, you can see the detail on this necklace. There are several different types of leaves in various degrees of autumn color, surrounded by plastic beads that are in different shades of golden amber. I think that this necklace is a great example of the balance between elegant and kitschy. It's elegant, it's gold metal, yet it has that fun, kitschy element that was so popular in the 1940s and 50s. This is a piece that I wasn't 100% sure on, and then I couldn't stop thinking about it. So thankfully when I went back to the shop, it was still available and I picked it up along with this autumn themed brooch. This is a cute little brooch that has autumn leaves, a branch, and then hanging from the branch is a little birdhouse with a sign that says "Gone South," obviously hinting at the fact that birds migrate at the end of the summer season. Another cute, kind of kitschy piece, but because it is a mix of enamel and gold, I think it has more of an elegant touch than something that is purely kitschy or purely plastic. In my search for autumn jewelry, I also happened upon some more generic all-season jewelry pieces. First, I found this repurposed 1920s brooch that the Etsy seller had turned into a necklace. Normally, I'm not a big fan of repurposing vintage pieces. However, I think that this was actually broken and she wanted to save the piece, and thus she turned it into a necklace. And I really like it as a necklace. I don't know that I would like it as much as a brooch. I think it really has a unique look, and I can be guaranteed that no one else has a piece quite like this one. In keeping with the Art Deco theme, I also found this 𝓤𝓪𝓬𝓪𝓵 brooch, kind of an Art Deco or 1930s feel. I thought that this would just be a nice staple piece to have. You could wear this on a coat, you could wear this with a suit, you could wear this with a bit of a fancier dress. Just a lovely little Art Deco staple piece to have. Finally, my last find of my shopping spree was this beaded collar. I know that this is not vintage because it says made in China. My best guess would be that this was made in the 80s or 90s. However, like I've mentioned, I don't care as long as it's secondhand and it's in nice condition. I'm happy from wherever, whenever it is from. This is a lovely piece, and due to the fact that it is a bit newer, I was able to get a very good deal on it. If you look up on Etsy black beaded collars, you will be shocked to know that they are quite expensive, but I was able to find this one for only $35 on Etsy, so I was quite pleased with it, and it just looks fabulous. It is so beautiful. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also, be sure to check out Vivaia if you want to get yourself a fresh new pair of shoes for the autumn and winter season. If you would like to further support me and my work, be sure to check out my Patreon page, which is also linked in the description box below, where you can give me monthly support for my work and you get a few extra bits of content as well as a monthly newsletter. Thank you so much for watching.